computer, share my screen. Hopefully I don't lose oh. So this is the based off the email that Benjamin sent out earlier this week for BNI AI. And that's probably from going forward. I will concentrate on whatever goes out on the Monday before BNI AI session, unless something else comes up that's really interesting. The next slide, there are two things that I thought were really noteworthy, but using AI to track member milestones. So one of the big things in BNI is recognition, and everyone loves to be recognized. We compete to be in the green, to be 100 in the power of one. Um, and people just feel a little bit better when someone gives you a pat on the back. So, and you become more memorable with gratitude. So, this is a way for a couple of dollars a month or for completely free that you can incorporate this into your chapter. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about was Google Gemini for social media. So, with your Google account, which comes with any at gmail.com, you can log into Gemini, which is their AI tool, and get access to something called Nano Banana. And it is probably one of the coolest. Hi, Roxanne. We are recording. So if you don't want to be on camera, or you can type in the chat if you don't want to talk on camera. But so Google Gemini bought this company called Nano Banana. So you can put your likeness in there, a picture of you, and it basically puts you wherever you want. I like to also call it the Barbie app because it'll put you in different outfits. I was flying on Kailua Beach, but I was in the same outfit I was in the picture. I went to a Labor Day party and it actually did my nails for me that matched the color of my shirt, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, then I also played with CapCut. And within CapCut, you can basically make a video, a non-speaking video, but like the picture of me flying from Nano Banana, I put it in CapCut and it animated it and it made that picture. I looked a lot like a kite the way it made me fly, but the dancing videos were really cool. So that's like one way that you can use CapCut and Nano Banana with Google Gemini. The other thing I wanted to bring up was Perplexity, which honestly is probably my favorite AI right now. And it accesses Grok, Chat, it accesses everything, Google Gemini. They partnered with Venmo and PayPal, and you can get a year of their pro subscription for free. What that means for you is you get the pro version of all of these other LLMs. So, like, you can go and make those really cool speaking videos from a picture of yourself from Google on their video generator called VEO through this Perplexity Pro. They give you about 5 a month. So it's not as generous if you're paying Google directly, but free is free. So I've used it more. The other thing I've really liked Perplexity Pro for is creating mini applications. I had a client who was looking for transcription services. They were using Otter. It was getting a little bit pricey a month. So I used Perplexity to do some research and build a local app that uses an API that Perplexity found that I didn't even know about, that's better than Whisper. And you get like 135 free hours of transcription with it. Then it's 37 cents per hour, and you pay for what you use, not monthly, which is amazing, not another monthly bill. And it all, unlike Whisper, where you have to put in an audio file, this you can put in a video file. And when the video files were too big, I went into Perplexity, asked it to make an app that chopped my video up into smaller pieces so I could put it into the transcription app. So these are like some of the things, like my tagline, the only limit of AI is your imagination. So as you're like thinking, I wish AI could do this for me, Perplexity, a lot of times you can go in there and say, can you make this app? So it's got a search button, then it does a research button, which is the middle one. And the last one is labs with the light bulb. And that's the one for doing more coding, creating apps. So you can go to this link, you can go to PayPal on your phone, and there's a Venmo landing page out there somewhere. I saw it yesterday, but I didn't save it. But they're really trying to push you to sign up through PayPal on your phone to get the year for free. So that's the kind of big free bonus updates that I had for different social media. I mean, for different language learning models. Hi, David. So going back to the prompt from that I sent out for networking this week. So you want to get the information from people in your chapter. So whether you use Comet that you got for free from the PayPal for signing up for, or Perplexity, they actually have a web browser that you can say, scrape this website or change the status of something on this website. And it acts as you, and it goes to the website and does it for you. So if you're using a agentic browser like Comet, you can say you've logged into BNI Connect, say, go through my members and collect their start date so you can collect it. Or you can go a little old school and just send out a BNI Google form and ask them some of these questions so you can put it into a spreadsheet, a free CRM like System.io, that you've got everything stored in there. You can pass from leadership committee to leadership committee. And it's also got emails in there that you can email people. It's got workflows in there that you can set up. So, hey, it's Heather's anniversary of BNI. So you can set up a workflow based on that tag of March renewal date to say happy, or even sending reminders, hey, it's renewal, or hey, book with the membership committee for your 7-month update. So you can use systems like System.io for that. And they've got a freemium tier on there to do this. So, but you can also do it in Google Sheets. And there are so many automation tools out there. If you want to go without a CRM, so Zapier has a freemium that you get so many zaps per month. Make is very similar to that. So you can have it scan once a week the spreadsheet and then email you, hey, these are the people that you should be contacting. Um, if it's like if then that I think is what that stands for. I asked it to spell it out, but it didn't for me. So that's an even simpler version of Zapier or Make to connect different tools together to get that automation. And they have a freemium uh, product as well. And I think it's probably one of the most inexpensive tools out there like this. I think it's only the paid version is $3.99 a month. And I set it up for someone who wanted emails and phone calls every time someone booked on their Google Calendar because they weren't using Calendly, they were using a different program. And with this IFTT for $4 a month, it wasn't emailing or calling the other person that booked with you, but it was reminding you. So if that's what you need to be able to stay on top of things, and hopefully the person who booked with you really wants to see you and they won't forget. But if you're using a Google Calendar, it will send emails to that person. It's just no text messages like the if then that will send to you. So it's a really cool, inexpensive automation toy that you can add to your tech stack if you're looking for alternatives or to downsize with all of your $20, $16 a month tech stacks, if you don't have that already in like a go high level system or the CRM that you're currently using. And I love it that it notifies you, whether it creates a task on your calendar that'll pop up on your phone if you have it set up right. To really be that secretary for you with these tools to make your life easier to get that out of, to remind you to send the gratitude out. Something else that's a little bit different, but along the same lines is like when the Power of One comes out. Like if you wanted to search the whole Power of One for, I don't know why you would want to, but if you're using it on Microsoft, you can do equals like a regular Excel equation equals Copilot brackets what you want the AI to do, and then you put the column that you want it to look against. So, like, let's say you had a massive sheet like Power of One, and you wanted to search for everyone who had 100 in the Power of One, and those are the people you wanted to do your one-to-ones with because you know that they're using BNI. They're really good referral partners because they're using the system or they know how to work the system, one or the other. But that's how you could use some of these new AI tools to do that data mining, or with an agentic browser like Comet that you can get for free now in early access through PayPal. Hey, look through this spreadsheet and find me everyone who's in Power of One. Then get all their names and have it go into BNI Connect and say, hey, look up all these people in BNI Connect and find their email address and put it in a whatchamacallit, a spreadsheet for me or a table or something like that. So these are different ways you can start using these tools to save that 10 hours a week to be able to do something else, to make them your secretary, to make them your intern, and they don't sleep. And well, sometimes you got to pay them $20 a month, but it's a lot cheaper than an employee. So once you get that notification, what do? How do you personalize that email? So instead of looking at a blank sheet of paper, you either take their gains profile to personalize it a little bit, or maybe you put a sentence or two in there about that person, and you just put a prompt in there, like a warm professional message celebrating blah blah. So, and then whatever they've contributed, and that way you've got something. Now, if you really wanted to get fancy and you're hooking this up through Make Automations, it scans the spreadsheet for everyone who has an anniversary in, I don't know, March. Then it takes that and you programmed it with their name, their profession, and maybe as things come up, you put a little notes column in there about what Jordan's done. And then it feeds it into Chat GPT through, or it can also go into Perplexity. Now that you've got Perplexity free for a year, you use their APIs. But a lot of times with the APIs, they bill you per token. It's not like unlimited use with your membership. So you got to look at that, but usually it's a couple of pennies. It is not not a lot. And then it goes back into Make, and Make sends that draft email to your Google. So now in your draft email, it's all there for you. So again, you've saved some time by working a little bit all along, setting up the automations, and then it's done once. And as you go along and someone's done something amazing, like, I don't know, like myself, I looked at the Power of One this morning when it came out. So ask your CSC for that, or send me an email and I'll send it to you. I have been since November of last year 100 in the Power of One. So I did a little party all by myself. But like finding that stuff to congratulate those members of your chapter, to make them feel seen and special, that they're doing the right things to hopefully make the chapter a better place for all the members. So again, little chat came up. Come on, you can do it, Zoom. Oh, thank you, Roanne. You're the other person, I think, on the sheet that I saw for Hawaii. There were like 2 or 3 of us that were 100 this month. So I'm excited to, there's someone from the Big Island too that's on there. There's a couple of us. So, but recognizing milestones in meetings too. once we get whatchamacallit, the I don't know, the new system that they have that does the slides for us, it's going to pull a lot of this stuff so you won't have to do it. And it'll make the recognition a lot easier so you won't have to pull this stuff. But first 90 days, that's not something that's really tracked in BNI Connect. Green in the power of one, not tracked in BNI Connect. It's actually, they either email out the spreadsheets or they're hidden in the back of that SchoolX platform. I forget the name, worst CSC ever, where all the training is. Like if you're an ambassador or a CSC, you can go in the back and pull the data. So yes, BNI University. Thank you. Now I'm 99% in Power of One. I forgot the name of the program. But their birthday, that's not in there either. And having a slide celebrating everyone's birthday. Just the more you recognize people and the more that they're seen, the better they feel. And why not pull the easy button on that? So, and that's what AI allows you to do, is pull the easy button on this and create a robot secretary to be able to do this stuff. So that's the nuts and bolts of it. And I am going to turn off the recording so we can just have a free discussion about different ways that AI can help us in our businesses that won't go up on YouTube. Okay. Oh, wait.